Hi everyone, we are
Spelunx.
Our faculty champion is Mike Christo. We're happy to bring our Calvin toolkit. We aim to make a modular toolkit to ease and improve the experience in development in Unity for the Calvin. And we aim to allow our Calvin developers, including beginners to advance, to focus on their creative ideas, bring it to reality. Imagine you are an ETC student who just learned Calvin, and you want to make something similar like this. The Calvin Wiki will guide you into the Unity package. You download it and you open up the sample scene. And this is what it looks like. There's no more tutorials. You might get confused and you don't know where and how to start. After you finally figure out everything by yourself, you go to the output, and this is how output looks like. It is 32 cameras rendering one single final image. Previous Calvin teams are complaining about their struggling experience. So here we are, Calvin Toolkit. We're having drag and drop interface, modular toolkit, comprehensive sample scene, more better camera rendering, and well-organized documentation, all in one package.
So this is what we expect the starting scene, the starting template for the user to look like. So it will contain all the necessary packages for a new user to get up and running quickly. Inside the package, you will see a lot of drag and drop modules, which will contain the common functionalities needed to get a Calvin experience going. We'll also have many customizable prefabs so that a user can quickly build a game without having to write a lot of code from scratch. And finally, we'll have very extensive and comprehensive documentation such that the user is able to immediately be eased into the development rather than be overwhelmed by a lot of things.
As we mentioned before, the current Calvin sample scene is great for calibration, but it is really hard for teams to get started with. So what we want to create is a sample scene that is actually a quick start, where a team can immediately see and build upon a world that feels immersive. So we want to build two sample scenes with same our asset environment. One will focusing on showcase the features and the functions of Calvin, while the other one will be an interactive tutorial with modular blocks. And our art style will be fantasy stylized floating islands so that we can easily build modular prefabs for it.
We want to emphasize that this project is not just a coding project. Creating an interactive and impactful toolkit requires a lot of creativity and user research. We want to empower creators to reach their full potential within the Cavern, while at the same time lowering the barrier to entry for new developers. We plan to support people from a wide variety of backgrounds, from current ETC teams to high school students and future Cavern developers. To achieve this, we plan on regular user research and testing. We will work closely with Cavern teams, both at the ETC and at the South Fayette High School, and observing their struggles and listening to their feedback is the best way for us to iterate on our toolkit. We'll also incorporate and condense their experiences into a living design best practices document that will help future Cavern teams onboard faster and start off on the right track. We also welcome interactions with other Cavern teams. In particular, the Anemnesis team, if their pitch goes through, would be a great resource for us. They're doing something with the Cavern that's different than other teams have done in the past, which would provide us insights into novel ways of working with the Cavern and novel development experiences.
This is our proposed project timeline. Since we want to be able to get our toolkit to users as soon as possible, we plan to have a simple scene as well as building blocks that support project initialization by quarters. We will then give this to high school students at South Fayette who will be working in the Cavern so that they can start building projects with it. By halves, we hope to incorporate additional building blocks that support spatial audio, a simpler camera setup, as well as Vive Tracker integration. And from halves to softs, we want to iterate and polish based on user feedback and user testing so that by the end of softs, we will have a complete toolkit with our documentation, tutorials, and a design best practices document. This way, after softs, we can host a game jam, inviting students from across CMU, including those from the Game Creation Society, to come and build cool and interesting cavern experiences.
These are the people that we've talked to and are willing to support our project. Steve and Ezra for Cavern Specifics, Cord Stratton for Unity Development, and Matt Callison from the South Fayette High School. This is our team and our roles across the project. And finally, this is our summary of our deliverable. Thank you. We are open for questions.
Hey, so my main question is that the interactive aspects of the cavern are continuing to evolve as different projects try to do different things with them. And I saw you mention Vive trackers, but are there other abilities that you know that you want to support? How are you going to decide, I guess, of the kinds of interactivity that's possible in the cavern, how are you going to decide which ones you want to be able to support with your tool?
Yeah, so our first goal is to ease the development process for all of the different interactable methods that are currently in the cavern, which includes the Vive trackers, but I think also includes Connect and a different body movement tracking device. So those are our first goals. But overall, we're trying to design the toolkit to be very easy to extend with a fully documented code base so that when new teams want new features in the future in the cavern, it's very easy to build on support for those tools into the tool set.
As someone involved in the cavern, I appreciate the tool that you plan to make. You buzzed right by the team roles slide. Can you just, for our sake, tell us why this gets you closer to your dream jobs or what it does for you in the semester?
Yeah, we'll just go down the line.
The next one? Oh. Do you want to talk?
So as an artist, I'm super interested in environment art. And also like Cavern is a super cool platform for me to explore. And that's one reason I chose it. And also I feel what I want to do is not just like create something and then leave it here. I do want to have something like last long and can help others create, which we call it like design. That's why I'm in this team. And I'm really like responsible for the sampling and also the research and testing with the South Fayette, which can like really improve my research skill and user-oriented design skills. I feel like this is really important when we are like doing design.
For me personally, my goal is to become a tools or engine programmer. So I feel like this is perfect as a base to get me to really understand the whole pipeline of developing tools. So we're not just making something that we are using, we're making something that needs to be robust, maintainable, understandable by others, and we need to be able to ensure that it does what it needs to do and is easily, and with an interface that's easily picked up by someone else. It's not just us.
And for me, I'm a general 3D artist and technical artist. And besides what Ling mentioned, like the experience of building environment and art assets, I think this is also a good opportunities to learn to something to, like you have a purpose to build. You're not just creating a pretty beautiful scene. You're building this for an experience, for a package. So that is something also worthy to learn.
I'm a programmer, but I have a lot of interests, particularly in education, in human-focused design. And so for me, the Cavern is first just a really interesting platform that I haven't had the opportunity to work with before. But also, I'm excited to do a lot of the user research, design best practices stuff, focusing on not only how do we code something that makes the Cavern easier to use for people, but how do we teach people how to shift their worldview to think about designing for a Cavern space? So for all of those reasons and more, I am happy to work on this project.
I think for me, I'm really interested in tech art as well as pipeline and tools. I think for this project, thinking about user-centered technology is really important and meaningful for me because I think I'm interested in making tools that are not only technically interesting and challenging, but also are actually usable and continuously used by people. And I think this is an important skill to gain no matter what sort of role I end up in, because I think it's important to understand what people need in the technology that they utilize and to be able to design and build towards that.
For me, I also wanted to do something really impactful, especially in education, but specifically in BVW, I'm a programmer, but I've also have audio experiences, and in Visual Story, I'm a sound designer, and for me, the cavern, the space itself, provides a great opportunity to experience with directional sound, and I wanted to combine my programming experiences with sound design related work. And so that's my main focus here.